Hey everybody,
Hi.
welcome back. We are here today to wrap up our discussion of what is commonly called the Quintet Trilogy.
Why isn't it the quintilogy?
The Quintology?
What is 4?
Quadrology.
Robotrek.
No, 4 is tetralogy. I mean, what is 5? What's 5-ology?
I don't know.
Well, why isn't it called that? This is a great episode of this podcast.
It is Soul Blazer.
No, I know that.
I'm Soul
We
Blazer,
don't know the
Illusion of
second one.
Gaia.
Okay.
My brain just froze. Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, Terranigma.
I thought that was a bit.
No, I really just couldn't come up with Illusion of Gaia. I never played Illusion of Gaia growing up. I only ever touched it for this review.
I fully beat it when I was a kid. Before I beat Soul Blazer.
Soul Blazer I played many times as a kid and as an adult. I like Soul Blazer. I just never encountered Illusion of Gaia. And I never played Terranigma before this review.
Because it wasn't here.
Because it wasn't
You would
here.
have to go to Europe.
What an interesting experience Terranigma is.
Yeah.
Because that game really changes about halfway through. Doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Wow. It becomes a completely different game. So Terranigma starts with you in a very strange looking world.
Mm-hmm. The world is inside out.
Yeah. And eventually
Outside in.
Eventually you come to our world pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And our world is barren
After-
and devoid of life.
After several towers.
After
Yeah.
several towers. The gameplay is fairly similar to what we've seen before in terms of it is action style.
Action
so it
RPG.
is, swinging your sword around and casting your
Action
magic.
style.
The combat is similar to the previous two games, even though it's not an official series or connection between them. But then you come to our barren, empty world. And piece by piece, you begin to rebuild the world. You go through a dungeon to bring back plants. You go through a dungeon to bring back animals, and so on and so on, until it comes time for you to bring back humans. And then the game says, once you do this, you can't talk to animals or plants ever again. And you can't. Like, you actually can go back to old areas, and like the birds who help you fast travel, they'll still help you fast travel, but you can't understand the dialogue options for them anymore. So you better hope you remember, like, yes and no, where they were. Because, anyway, once humans exist, the game changes drastically. Because then it's a game about building up these civilizations, advancing them, establishing trade routes, building technology, destroying things that are holding them back. It does a lot of one of my very least favorite things in games. One of my very least favorite things is hunting for the trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I go online. Well, the next thing you should be doing is this. Well, I can't do that. Let me dig deeper. Let me read more walkthroughs. Oh, if you talk to this one guy in this one town 2 times, then this will progress, and the next time you go here, the thing will happen. Or make sure you save at the end. If you don't save at the end, time won't pass and the next event won't occur. If you don't check that bush, but don't check the bush until after you talk to the person. Talk to the person, then check the bush, then you can proceed the game. There is a lot of that in the second half of Terranigma that I can't stand. I love the concept, but how persnickety it is about exactly how to advance things.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
But it is very interesting. You essentially shepherd this world from, medieval to you get an airplane. Mm-hmm. And you're one of the Wright brothers builds you an airplane and you're flying it around. And that's when you discover the true story and the time loop and the true evil and all of this.
The last person I would want an airplane from is one of the Wright brothers. If you think about it.
Yeah.
That's like the first planes.
Well, he builds you a biplane, which is nice. It kind of looks like from, what was the Pilot series?
Pilot Wings?
Pilot Wings. It looks like a Pilot Wings plane.
Pilot Wings.
So, it's two very different games. Mm-hmm. The first one feels like what we've seen up to this point, especially in Soul Blazer, where you're rebuilding the world. But the second one, and you don't have to advance the world all the way. You don't have to unlock everything and help everybody to beat the game. Anyway, I've been
Just
doing
like real
all the
life.
talking. Russ?
I like that you have to jump in a little box to get into your menu.
The inventory management is actually kind of fun.
It is.
It's so weird, though.
It was so weird. Like, when I first played this, I hated it, like the inventory thing, because I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do on it? But now I love it. I think it's just so...
Your inventory is
unique.
basically in a little pocket dimension. And so you hop into a box, and then you
physically walk around inside your inventory.
Yeah, there's the room where you keep all your armor. Over there's the room where you keep all your weapons. Over there's the room where you keep all your items.
It's what I wish my bottle would be like if I were a genie.
It is what my houses in Skyrim always end up looking like.
Yeah. No, good. Yeah, good game. I don't really know what to say about that other than good game. It has the most fun combat, I feel.
It's the most polished.
It's the most
you can
polished,
tell that
definitely.
they've really they perfected their system by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting when you think about, like, you know, where they came from, Soul Blazer, of, you know, you're just a guy with that swings a sword in a little bit of an arc, very Zelda.
Yeah, Soul
And then-
Blazer was very much find the right place to stand and mash the attack button.
Yeah. And, but then Illusion of Gaia, it's like, because you had these different characters you could embody, like, you know, Freeman and the other thing.
Yeah, that is missing, right? They've taken out a lot of the puzzle element in the dungeons because you don't have these characters with different abilities.
Yeah, they replace it with the very ease type of let's just make this confusing so you get lost.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's just labyrinths instead of puzzle solving, which I think is a little bit of a downgrade.
I'm on the fence. Those are two of the things I don't really like to do, is get lost in very similar looking maze type things. I also, RPG puzzles are never as fun as, like, puzzle game puzzles.
Yeah. What about that great plant puzzle from Lufia 2?
The Great Plant Puzzle. Oh, yeah, where you have to burn all the plant. Yeah. I eventually just kind of learned the pattern to, like, just do it every time. Lufia 2, though, I actually do like the puzzles. I remember being very proud of myself as a kid for figuring out the ultimate puzzle, which is just a sliding tile puzzle, but with different sized tiles.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's an
I
optional.
know that I got to the plant thing, and I put that game down for a year.
I do like that Terranigma is very much, if it's not exactly our world, it is a parody of our
Yeah.
world. I mean, you meet...
At the time
Bell.
you get involved in, like, electoral politics, it really starts to feel like our world.
Yes.
I was just so captivated the first time I played, and you leave the village for the first time, and then you're in that weird
With the rolling screen.
inside out world.
Yeah.
And even in your town, there's persistent bubbles going across
Yeah.
the screen. So
And
you
it
know
just
you're somewhere
it
weird.
captured me because it was just so bizarre.
It's very dreamlike.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's those elements of like, oh, this is my childhood best friend. Well, this is a version of her. Wait, is this her? What happened to the real her? Honestly, there are parts of the story that are a little confusing.
Yeah.
Trying to keep track of every... I get the story they were going for, and it is interesting. It's a little Final Fantasy 1-ish with this time loop thing that they've got going on.
Yeah.
I also, one thing I appreciate, just going back to, like, in the original town, I like that your character is being, like, scolded hardcore for being a JRPG protagonist, throwing pots around.
Right.
They're like, why would you throw around someone's property like that? Why are you throwing
Yeah.
pots? You are such a troublemaker, you little asshole. We hate you.
Yeah.
Your response to that is that you can just throw a pot and get them even madder. Which, I'm like, what the hell is this? Because your character's a silent protagonist. You have no idea of his actual personality.
Until you give him one. Well,
Yeah.
no, they assign it to you. They do. You're a troublemaker.
Yeah, they-
FYI.
Yeah.
They just tell you you're a troublemaker, though. Like, your actions may or may not agree with that. But, like, you know, for instance, Will has a real personality, kind of, in Illusion of
Yeah.
Gaia. I mean, you know.
I think of the three, Terranigma is definitely the most complex. It might even be the most technically superior of the three. I still just like the simple joy of Soul Blazer. for me.
Soul Blazer is my favorite of the trilogy, and I do think that it is the feel of it, and it's just like the simplicity. It's a little weird in the end, but I mean, the other games are weird throughout, so it's kind of
true.
I like Illusion of Gaia the best, probably for nostalgia reasons.
It's a good
I didn't
one.
have any. I didn't play Soul Blazer until we reviewed Soul Blazer, so the nostalgia factor of Illusion of Gaia wins it over for me.
Yeah, I feel like Illusion of Gaia lost me in the translation. I could even feel that back when I was like 14 or whatever, and the game was like current. But, I was like, man, I really want to play this if it was like retranslated. I feel like if they told the story they were trying to tell.
I would love for all three of these games to get a remaster, a remake, and a retranslation.
Well, good luck with that, because they need to find the guy that they have to talk to first. He disappeared.
So we played the Quintet trilogy, but earlier we discussed possibly also playing ActRaiser and ActRaiser 2. Is that something we want to do?
I mean, I've played them both, so yeah, it's fine with me. ActRaiser is one of my favorites.
Russ, I dare you to care less.
I do care. I have no information about either of those games.
Now,
blind spot.
Now, I will say, ActRaiser 2 is not an RPG at all.
Oh, okay.
It is literally has 0 RPG elements.
See, I've only played the first one.
It's a side-scrolling action game, and that's it. So if you want to play that, it is made by Quintet. Just know that there's not a single line of like interpersonal dialogue or levels or anything like that. It's just you're going through stages with a sword and slashing stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll check it out. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's do ActRaiser.
Why not?
Why not?
We got time.
As long as we eventually get to RoboTrek, then I'll really have something to say.
We did RoboTrek.
Oh, you did it. Was I in? I was in that, wasn't I?
I don't remember. It's been a very long time.
I know. I have no recollection.
I'm gonna have to go back
I
and
think you
re-listen
did,
to the
though.
episode.
I really do. I really do think we did it around this table.
Slapstick.
Yeah.
Slapstick. Well, I do love that game. Well, maybe we can do Grand Stream Saga then, because I'm about to start playing that.
So there you go. Stay tuned for the future when we'll play more games of some kind.
Of some kind.
Nah.
I know it's a shorter episode, but sometimes you get what you get.
I need a cookie.
Russ needs a cookie, so we gotta go. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.